I was about 26 at that time, and the overriding thought I had was, will any girl marry me with the big paunch that I had then? I spoke to my friends and other experts, and everybody advised me that I should start exercising to lose the paunch. And the idea that everybody mentioned to me was to find a partner and run with him. So I convinced one of my colleagues to run with me. He and I decided that we will run every weekday morning 6 a.m. for half an hour. For the first week or so, everything was going fine. And as it happens often in the IT industry, one day I had to stay in the office late. And by the time I came back home, it was past midnight and I couldn't wake up early in the morning to go for my run. So I stood up my partner. In those days, there was no cell phone or anything, so I couldn't inform my partner. He was obviously very pissed. And the next day, he stood me up. So within a week and a half, my entire program has come crashing. My sister still pulls my leg about it because I had just bought new tracksuit, running gear, and everything was laid to waste shortly. But I was not ready to give up on my exercise program. The next thing I tried was yoga. In India, you can't escape the charm of yoga. So I signed up with a yoga instructor. I attended classes for one whole month after office hours and then practiced the asanas he suggested for a couple of months very diligently. But then something happened and I stopped. Interestingly enough, a girl did agree to marry me after all, even with my paunch. And soon after marriage, we both went abroad to the US. And once I reached the US, I resumed my quest for exercising. This time I decided to try tennis. I and a few of my colleagues started playing the game of tennis frequently. Now over a period of time we couldn't sustain that because the hassle of scheduling with everyone having a busy life became harder and harder and we stopped completely. Then I decided to try the gym. I signed up for a gym and paid the membership fees. And the only thing I did diligently was to pay the gym membership itself. I would go to the gym, I would be very bored. I'll sit down in the lobby area, pick up the magazine and start reading it. And if someone asks, I would say I was exercising my brain. I tried the treadmill, I tried the elliptical, I tried it with iPod, without iPod. All the permutations and combinations I tried, but nothing really worked. When I was researching why this is so hard, I came across research that says 90% of heart patients who are recovering from a heart surgery don't exercise. Why is this thing so hard for us? Right then, me and my wife both decided we'll go back to India. And having reached India, I resumed my quest, and one of my cousins talked to me about Baba Ramdev and his Kapalbhati program. So I was inspired and I tried that. Again, after a few weeks, I stopped that too. October 2nd, 2010, I clearly remember the date. I decided that this experimenting thing had to stop and somehow I had to do the exercise. Just then I had finished reading the book Switch by the Heath brothers, which is very popular in the change management circles. And in that he suggests that we should shrink the change. So I took up that idea and I came up with a program. I will go to the gym, luckily enough which was in the same community I live in. I'll go to the gym Saturday and Sunday at 6 p.m. and work out for half an hour to 1 hour. Saturday and Sunday 6 p.m. all my errands were done. There was no real excuse that would stop me. So I did that. For 6 months I was able to stick to it, which was very good. Obviously my previous best was only 3 months. But then there was no real impact on my fitness levels or my weight or my tummy. Just then my wife had completed a month or so with a trainer she had signed up with, Mr. Muhammad Ali sir. I signed up with him and he first explained to me what is fitness, and he said that fitness includes 5 aspects: flexibility, endurance, coordination, cardiovascular and strength. If at all we have to be fit, we have to cover all these 5 aspects. Then he put me on a program that covers all these 5 aspects. I would exercise with him Saturday and Sunday 8 a.m. every week. So 2 days a week I was exercising with him. It was going good, but then I was not happy because I wanted to do exercise every day. So after having completed about a year or so with Ali sir, I wanted to see what I could do to do the exercise every day. Just then I had come across this interesting concept of the tiny habit by Dr. B.J. Fogg of Stanford University. It seemed to be a very simple technique that I could follow. So I adopted that technique and I started with a simple exercise, 2 push-ups every morning after I roll off the bed. I started doing that, and interestingly enough, I could do it even when I was traveling, even in the hotel right next to the bed I could do it. And believe it or not, I did it on an international flight as well. I went to the steward and told him that I needed to do my workout, and he pointed me to a small space there and I did it. My fellow passengers might have thought that I was crazy, but I didn't care. I was trying to build a habit. And within a year, I had hit 50 push-ups at one go, and I continue to do it even today. This program has been on and I have completed on October 2nd, 2017, 7 years of my fitness program, the longest streak that I have had. These days I do 1.5 hours of exercise 6 days a week, and I also try my best to complete 15,000 steps a day, 6 days a week. Is my tummy gone? Not yet. I am still working on it. Thank you for listening.